Hi everybody, today I'm going to be doing a review and tutorial of the Chanel Holiday 2012 collection. I must say that of all of the holiday collections that come out each year, I look forward to Chanel the most, and just because I love all of Chanel's products. I love their eye quads, even though sometimes they're not quite as pigmented as some people would like them to be. I think they're always classic. They're always wearable. Probably my favorite aspect of all the collections are the nail polishes that come out. And this year I am so thrilled with the nail polish from the holiday collection. It is number 637 Malice. And it is what I'm wearing on my nails. And it is just a beautiful, deep, kind of a burgundy red. It looks very dark on the nails, but you can definitely see kind of that variance of color. It's just a beautiful holiday, fall, winter. I would wear it year round, but it's just a really beautiful color for this time of year, and I highly recommend this. The brush is very slim compared to Dior's brush, which is very thick and wide. The Chanel brushes are very thin, which for my nail beds work really well because I have I have fat fingers, but I have thin nail beds, so the thinner brush works really well with my nails. And as far as the wear, I use Seche Vite top coat and I have no problems. They're always really glossy. I was very pleased with the eye quad. They also had a duo that I did not get because it was just kind of a basic color, and I kind of have browns and blacks and ivories in my collection, so I didn't really need to kind of spend the money on that duo in particular. But I did pick up the quad. It's number what number is it? I can't pronounce it, but I'm just going to show you. But it is the eye quad from the holiday collection. And they do have a pattern, an embossing on there that the regular quads do not have. And they do have a CC in each one that you can kind of see now worn down a little bit. But these are beautiful, kind of iridescent colors. There's a taupe, a pure gold, kind of a burgundy color, and a light ivory pink color. I love this quad. I think it's very wearable. When you first look at it, you might think that it's not an everyday palette, but it really is, even with the gold. You'll see in the tutorial, I'm wearing it today. I just think with the taupes and the burgundies mixed together, it makes for a really beautiful holiday eye, kind of cranberry-esque, which is kind of a color scheme that I keep reaching for anyway. And I love this collection. This has become my favorite Chanel palette that I do own, which is a big statement at the moment. So I really do love this one, and I highly recommend it. The next eye product that I bought from this collection is the Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadow from the holiday collection, number 817. I'm not gonna attempt that, but you can see it. It's number 817, and it's just a really pretty gold color that has the moussey texture of all of the Illusion d'Ombres. I like it. I don't think it's anything spectacular, and of all the pieces I picked up, I don't really think you need this. With the gold and the eye quad, you don't really need to double up on the gold. It does make a nice base, but it's not very pigmented on the eye. It's just okay. It's not really, it didn't really impress me too much. I do love some of their other Illusion d'Ombres a lot better. They're more pigmented. This one is just, it's not really something that I would spend the money on. I did skip the lipstick from this collection. It was a nice, deep, vampy color that was a matte, and it didn't really translate well on my lips. And a lot of the swatches that I've seen on other people, it just wasn't very flattering. And to spend that amount of money on a lipstick, I want it to be wearable. I want it to be something that I can get a lot of use out of, and I just didn't foresee that happening with that particular color. I did pick up two of the Glossimeres, number 367, which you'll see in the tutorial, but it's kind of a deepened, for me, my lips are very pigmented, so for me it kind of looks like a deeper nude on me, but it doesn't have any gloss. I mean, it doesn't have any shimmer. It is a cream. There's no scent, and it feels really moisturizing and lovely on the lips, as all gloss mirrors do. 367 is probably my favorite color from the collection. You can kind of get a little bit of a vampy look, a little bit of a deepened nude color, but it's still wearable for a daily basis. Number 347, which is kind of a pink, a beigey pink with a little bit of shimmer. Now this color is not anything extra special. You don't necessarily need this color. It's not very different from a lot of the other gloss mirrors that they have out. I did pick it up just because I ran out of my my favorite beigey pink lip gloss, so I kind of needed a replacement for that, so I thought I would pick this one up. And I do like it. I don't really see the shimmer too much when I apply it on my lips, but it applies really nicely over lipsticks, just to give a little bit of a sheen and a little bit of a glossy finish, because I like my lips to look moisturized, and I love the formulation of Chanel's gloss mirrors. Now, the next product that I'm going to be talking about is not technically in the holiday collection, but it is a new release from Chanel. It is their new Le Volume de Chanel mascara, and this has been getting a lot of buzz, and I was really anticipating trying this. I love the Immutable Intense mascara. I love that mascara from Chanel, so I really wanted to try this one. This one is supposedly meant to give you volume and curl and definition and all of the beautiful things that you want in a mascara, and the lady at the counter said that it was almost too much for her eyelashes. This was the first day that I tried this mascara, so I will have to play with it a little bit more before I can give you a more detailed review. You will see it in use in the tutorial, but I like it. I think it's a good mascara. I'm not sure if it's necessarily worth the $30 price tag. That's kind of a personal preference. They call it a snowflake brush, and it is kind of it's not a traditional brush. It is kind of the plastic brushes that have become so popular in mascaras. I mean, it's a nice mascara. For me, it can tend to clump. I like to layer my mascara to get that truly false eyelash effect. And with this one, if you apply too many coats, it can definitely get the spider lash look, which is not very flattering on anyone. So you just have to be careful and not apply too much of this, but I think I'll like it more as it dries out a little bit. I tend to like drier formulations of mascara, and this does seem to be slightly wet at the moment, which it could be because I just opened it. So I'm going to play with it a little bit more before I say yay or nay on it, but for right now, it's a good mascara. And last but not least, I'm going to be talking about something that is also not in the technical holiday collection, but it is a new release that was very limited, and it wasn't at all the Chanel counters, but if you were able to get your hands on it, it is the Notorious Ombre Contrast, which is a sculpting powder, and this is a kind of a taupey gray, which is kind of different than a lot of people use for their contouring. They use a traditional bronzer, which I have used as well, but you can see compared to a normal bronze color, this is definitely a dark gray, which is a little bit intimidating, but I like to combine the two. This is great to add definition and just that pure shadow in the hollows of your cheeks, just to give your face more definition. I do have a plumper face, among other plump things, but so I like to add definition to my face. So I love this. I have been using this on a daily basis. Just kind of really quickly, I use the brush that comes with it. It's very thin. It's not, a special brush, but it's really thin, and I just kind of get in the hollows of my cheeks, and then I apply a bronzer on top of it just to kind of blend it in. But I really love this product. It's very blendable. It's just, I highly recommend it if you can, you know, get it on eBay or get your hands on it in some way, but I love this. Overall, I love the Chanel holiday collection. As always, they don't ever really disappoint me. I think my favorite things in the collection are obviously the Malice nail polish. I think if you're going to pick one thing from the collection, I highly recommend this color. It's just a beautiful color. There probably are many dupes out there in OPI and Essie, but I love Chanel nail polishes, and I'm so pleased that I got this one. And the next best thing is the iQuad. I love this color. I think it's very different from Chanel. It is still neutral, but it does have that slight burgundy and gold aspect to it that gives it a little bit of difference, a little bit of sparkle for the holidays. So I love this, and I definitely would get this. I would, however, pass on the Illusion d'Ombre in number 817. It's nothing special. You don't need it. Save your money. Okay, we're going to take the Illusion d'Ombre in the 817, which I wish that it was as beautiful on the eye as it is right here. As you can see, it's the moussey texture that kind of gives a little bit with the brush. And I do like this color. I just wish that it had more of a foil, more of an impact on the eyes. You can see it's very, it's almost undetectable. But anyway, this is the palette from the holiday collection, which I do love. And we're going to start with the lightest color, which is that light pink, and just place that all over the lid of the eye, into the corner, and all the way up to the brow bone. It's just a nice, shimmery, pretty highlight color. Next, take the this kind of a satin taupe color with the blending brush and just place that on the lid up into the crease. This is a beautiful color that really just makes the palette very wearable and very neutral. I love taupes, and this taupe has a beautiful sheen to it. Take that underneath the eyelashes, and then take the burgundy color at the top and just apply that into the crease, kind of blend it up above the kind of the circle of the eye where you applied the taupe, and this will just kind of add a little bit of dimension. And don't be afraid to blend it up higher than you might think you should. Then we're going to take the bright gold color, and just on a flat brush we're going to pat that onto the lid and into the inner corner, just to kind of give it a little bit of sparkle and a little bit more shine. As you can see, it's not a glitter, it is definitely a foil. And this is the Tom Ford Nior something eyeliner. It's one of my favorite kind of gel eyeliners of the moment. It's a black, but it has blue particles into it. So it just makes your eye color pop, and it's just really easy to work with. It's a little bit drier than a lot of gel eyeliners, which is what I like. You can really kind of smoke it out and make it really pretty and wearable. But just kind of make a thick wing with your eyeliner. Curl your lashes. This is the Chanel curler, which is fabulous. Love it. And this is the new Chanel Volume mascara. That's the Snowflake wand that they are talking about. I just kind of sped this up so you don't have to see how long I put on mascara, but I was trying to get the impact of this mascara, and I do like it. I'm still playing with it, so I will get back to you to let you know how much I love it in the future. But as you can see, it's a nice mascara. It's nothing spectacular. I did actually put on a little half pair of lashes on the end just to kind of make the look more complete. And then I took my Perversion eyeliner, which is the blackest black, and just kind of filled in on my inner top rim just to make sure there was no little holes where I applied the false eyelashes. And this is my Chanel eyeliner Kohl in Claire, which is kind of just a flesh tone eyeliner that kind of brightens up the inner rim of the eye without really being noticeable. It's not, I don't really like that stark white look that you can get with some of the white eyeliners, but this is just kind of a flesh tone, so it's not really noticeable, but it does brighten your eyes. And that's kind of the finished look for the eyes. Just really pretty. It would just be great for every day, for a Christmas party. I do love it. And then I went on to put my Perfection Lumiere foundation on. This is my favorite foundation of the moment. That between that and my Bobbi Brown, I love this foundation. It works great. This is the MAC Moisture Concealer. Just a little V shape under the eye, just to brighten it up and kind of clean up from the eyeshadow. Just kind of blend that in. I love this concealer because it's so moisturizing from underneath the eye. And you have to make sure that you set your concealer or it will crease no matter what concealer you use. And this is the Notorious from Chanel. As you can see, I'm using the brush that comes with it and just turn it to the side and make a line right above your lower cheek and right below your cheekbone, just in that line. Kind of make a stripe on your face. Don't be scared to make a stripe. Just not too thick of a stripe, and don't put too much. And then I'm going to follow with my bronzer. This is just a matte bronzer, and my MAC brush. This brush is very important because of the angle, the point that it comes to. It really helps to blend and contour into your cheekbone, and just kind of blend that in. Then you have the shadow of the Notorious, but it's not quite as stark because you have to be careful with the gray color. It can look a little sickly if you don't blend it well. And just apply, this is Chanel's Nude lip liner, which is just one of my favorite go-to if I want to do a darker lip, because it's nude, but it is a darker nude. And the Glossomer, so you can see it's just a kind of a deepened nude with a little bit of red. But I love this. It's just really moisturizing and just a nice pretty look. And this is the fragrance that I'm wearing that day. It's the Coco Noir, which is their newest fragrance. So it's very Chanel. It's a deep dark scent, very grown up, but I do like it. But that is the finished look. I hope that you enjoyed this review and tutorial. I hope you found it helpful.